Welcome to the Outspot Show. I'm your host, Jessica Lanice. On today's show, we will be celebrating Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is a celebration of the Mexican Army victory over France at the Battle of Puebla during the Franco-Mexican War in 1861 to 1862. However, we all know on this day we celebrate by bar hopping and looking for the best happy hour deals. So we are going to share with you some healthy benefits of drinking alcohol. Yep, that's right. We are not going to focus on the negative effects, but the positive effects of healthy drinking. Then we are going to discuss some new music we should be anticipating to be released this year. But first, let's go to my co-host Camille J to find out the positive effects of drinking alcohol.
On today's show, we're talking about a little something I unfortunately know all too well, drinking. And we're talking the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's start with the good, shall we? Did you know that having a drink a day, especially of wine, could reduce your risk of a heart attack by 30%? So next time people get on you for drinking too much, you better tell them you're just practicing a healthy lifestyle. Tequila can also be used as a healthy weight loss supplement. And I know it sounds crazy, right? Usually you're supposed to stay away from liquor if you're trying to drop a few pounds. But agave, which is found in tequila, has been known to actually lower cholesterol. So I may need to get on that diet ASAP. Now let's get into the bad. Have you ever had such a bad hangover? And I'm not talking the sunglasses and Advil type. I'm talking the can't get out of bed unless it's to put your face in the toilet type. Don't act like you've never been there. But there's got to be some way to prevent that from happening, right? We're in 2017. So aside from drinking a lot of water, know what you're drinking. Know what type of brands of alcohol give you hangovers and what don't. I heard it's the cheap stuff. So what would you rather do? Spend money for a good time hangover free, or save the money and end up in paying in other ways? Ugh. Let's head over to my co-host Jessica Lanice to see some of her hangover remedies.
So Camille, these trends are very interesting, especially the one about 1 glass of wine a day to save calories.
Yes, guys. Make sure you can have a glass of wine a day, especially red wine. It's good for cholesterol. It's good for memory. Tequila is good for that too, which I'm surprised because normally they say like stay away from alcohol. It has a lot of calories and stuff when you're trying to lose weight. But the natural ingredients of it that like grow out of the ground and stuff, those things are actually beneficial to your body. So like for the tequila, it's the agave that's in there. It helps with the cholesterol. It could burn some fat. And like I said, it helps with the memory. I saw this thing on Facebook, and it was a study about how people who were like not sober actually remember things more than someone who is sober in that moment, which is so weird because I'm sure I've had some nights where I can't remember anything after I'm turned. But so apparently when you're like in that turned up stage, your brain is focusing on exactly what's happening. So if there was trying to focus harder. So if there was like a crime that happened and I was turned and you were sober, and then the police came an hour later to ask us what happened, I would remember more details than you would, just because our brain is like so focused on trying to function and it's memorizing everything. It's working harder versus your brain is like multitasking, doing everything that it normally does.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I thought that was kind of interesting, but I guess we won't really know unless we like tested it or something.
But I'm still like in shock about tequila because tequila is one of the drinks that I stay away from. Like I know I would be laid out on the floor if I have even just a shot of tequila.
I definitely have had some not so great memories with tequila, but as I got older, I just been smarter about my intake of different liquors and knowing yourself and knowing your body. I think that's like a very important thing. Because everybody is different. So it's the brands that you're drinking, the type of liquor that you're drinking, like a vodka versus a whiskey or a cognac, and then a tequila versus like things that are in wine, like a wine cooler or a beer. So everything is different. Everyone's body is different. And then the brand plays like a major role.
I absolutely agree about the brand because I noticed that when I go to bars, like they'll give you anything. And you have to be very specific of what type of brand that you want. Because I know like there's moments I'll probably get the same exact type of drink, but at one time I will have a headache the next time I'll be good. And it's kind of like confusing, but not
Yeah.
realizing that it's because of the type of brand that they give you.
You definitely have to know how to navigate a bar, because you could go in and say like, hey, let me get tequila and pineapple juice.
Right.
They'll give you that bottom shelf cheap tequila and
Right.
still charge you the regular amount as if you were to get middle shelf or even top shelf tequila. So you want to specify, hey, let me get Jose Cuervo tequila
Right.
and pineapple juice. Otherwise, they're giving you like, I don't know, no, you can't even find it in liquor stores. That's how
Right.
cheap it is. And that's the stuff, since it's a cheaper quality. It's cheaper, it's the worst quality, and it's not as good for you in
Right.
your stomach. And then it also comes down to the type. So what works better for you? Does a vodka work better for you? Does a tequila work better for you? Does a whiskey work better for you? Everybody, yeah, whiskey and gin.
No.
But everybody is different, and it's about finding what is good for you. You definitely have to, like, it's like a trial and error kind
Right.
of thing.
So what do you do when you have hangovers? Like, I know for me, okay, so since I know like I'm drinking a lot, I already know what I need to get. And sometimes I'll try to get it that night or the next morning, but it'll be a BLT sandwich with mustard, and I'll drink a whole bottle of water, and then I'll have like a Tylenol or Advil.
So Jessica's hangover remedy.
Yes, that is my trick. It works wonders. What's crazy, I just started doing that recently compared to my younger years where I just didn't know what to do. But I did notice when I did do that once in a blue, I would feel fine.
For me, it's like a day's planning. The hours leading up to the time you're drinking, you should make sure that you have a good meal inside of your stomach.
True.
For me, a meal is key.
Right.
A meal before and a meal after, because like it absorbs all that bad stuff, the stuff that can cause a hangover while you're sleeping. So I come home, no matter what time I come home, I have to make sure I eat a meal that, like, when it has crackers or toast or rice, something that absorbs. So
Right.
that way I wake up in the morning and I feel fine, drink some Gatorade, and I'm good to go. Like last night never even happened.
Right. You know, one time that happened to me where I came home drunk and it was a burrito. It wasn't my burrito, but it was a burrito in there with guacamole, and I don't like guacamole at all. But because I was so like drunk and knew I needed something to absorb it, I ate that burrito with the guacamole that I don't like and killed it. So
I bet
know
it
when
tasted
I'm
like
drunk,
heaven though, and it was good.
Yeah.
And also, actually, guacamole is avocado, and it has really healthy fats, and it's the fat that's absorbing the bad stuff. Like, I was like on this diet thing, and I was drinking the night before, and I'm like, yo, what am I gonna have? Like, I can't have rice, I can't have bread or anything. I literally had trail mix, because nuts have a lot of,
Right.
they have a lot of healthy fats too, and it works for me. So it doesn't always mean you have to eat like rice, chicken. You could have like healthier stuff, but make sure you have something that absorbs the liquor, because that's really important. And drinking water.
Right,
Drinking
absolutely. Water is the key.
Water
And
is
then when
definitely key.
Right, and when you're drinking, like have one drink equals one water. And, you know, try to do that back and forth, or at least if you had 2 drinks already, 2 glasses of water to kind of like balance it out so that it's like you're flushing it right out. So if you ever been that person that's running to the bathroom all the time, that means you're going to be good for the night. Like, I know that's me.
No, they say like don't break the chain, like don't go to the bathroom, but it's actually good. Your body wants to get rid of it. Your body's telling you like, hey, let's get rid of some of this.
Right.
Do it. And I would definitely suggest sticking to one drink.
Facts.
Like, my uncles told me this from young, like, hey, young grasshopper, when you go out, if you order Long Island, stick to Long Island. If you're ordering tequila and pineapple juice, stick to that. It's when you order tequila and pineapple juice and then vodka and fruit punch and whatever, that's when your body, it's like mixing all that stuff and your body can't take it. I mean, we're getting older. Like in college, I used to be like, hey, hey. We're getting a little older now, so we have to be treating our bodies a little bit better. And it just comes with it. I mean, I'm okay. Drinking still gets me turned. I don't have to drink as much, thank God.
Right.
Drinking still gets me turned. I can have a good wine. I can have a drink or two, and I'll be fine.
No, absolutely. Like now I'm on this thing where I'm just drinking once a month. So one day
Good for
out
you.
of the month,
Good for you.
I can turn up. And I'm actually shocked because I used to be that person that would drink almost every day. It could be social. It could be just because.
At home, because you're stressed.
Right. Like, especially like, okay, we got to pop that bottle because at work it was a very stressful day. But I mean, now I realize as I'm older that I'm okay. I don't need to drink that much. I don't really care too much for the turn up if it comes with the hangover. If that
Yeah, that
so
hangover is a killer, man.
right. But this was actually, great, learning how liquor is somewhat beneficial, but don't go too crazy, guys, to try to be healthy. But we're going to be right back. We're actually going to find out, some new music releases for 2017.
Jess, what are you doing? We're taping.
I know, but I mean, I just wanted to take a look at our new subscribers and followers on Instagram and Facebook.
We got the numbers going up? Okay,
Yes.
numbers going up.
But I really want more followers because we need to have the world know what's going on.
So why don't you tell them? Tell them to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The L Spot Show, duh.
Oh, yeah, and we need to tell them to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at The L Spot Show.
Exactly.
You know what? We'll get it in the next tape. All right, let's look.
Okay.
Yes. So now we're back, and we're going to actually talk about some new music releases for the rest of the year. So, Camille, I want to know, did you hear about, well, it's been a while now, but, Trey Songz' new album, Tremaine, like the Playboy thing?
So Trey's been making a lot of headlines lately.
Right.
I definitely heard the new music, and I think I was waiting for Trey Songz to come back. I think it's definitely time for him to put out some new music. But I'm a little weary on, like, what is this new Trey that we're getting right now? Personally, I feel there's a lot of new R&B / hip-hop, or the fusion of the two, coming out. So he wants to make sure that he's staying current with, like, the new young artists.
Right.
So he's trying to brand himself as someone that can appeal to the younger artists. And I heard that he may have a reality show coming out, or is the reality show part of the new album? Like, I'm not exactly too sure as what's going on. I'm intrigued, though, so I'm definitely going to be tuning into whatever he has going on. But what is going on?
Well, see, I mean, I've seen a couple of clips. I saw, like, his new music video, Animal. And, okay.
I've seen some clips, too.
Right, and that's part of the music video. But so my thing with Trey Songz is he's always had that Playboy thing. Let's not, get it twisted.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been saying, like, well, he's always been, like, the romantic type. If you really listen to his lyrics, he's really not.
He's a little freaky in them songs.
So, but I feel like now he's actually showing a lot more. And I think he's just on this whole, like, I don't care type of thing. Like, and his music has always been the same. Like, I like the song, but it's just the video is just so visual. And what I kind of don't like about it, and I guess it's us getting old, is that, we have younger, people watching this, and you're going to think that it's okay to be, wild like that. Like, it's all about having a whole bunch of girls, one guy, and that's where...
The video's definitely a little raunchy.
Yeah.
But I think our society is becoming more comfortable with sex in a way.
Yeah.
Like, it's becoming more popular. It's not so taboo to talk about it anymore. So, and everything that we're like, there's way more sex scenes on TV and way more sex scenes in music videos and stuff. So even if he's always been like this, and now he's, like, finally letting it all hang out, like, nothing holding back, like, almost X-rated.
Trey, just warm us up a little bit.
Nah,
like,
he's coming back with a bang.
Yes, he just gave a little bit too
sex
much.
sells, like, I don't know, so I'm not even
So what
mad.
channels are we going to see these videos on? Because...
I bet you'll be on regular channels, because they're showing all this type of stuff on TV
late night?
all the time.
Late night?
I bet you could wake up at 6 a.m. and that thing will still be on. Get you up bright and early.
But what about the Rick Ross?
Yeah.
What is it called? Idols Became Rivals?
What I like, especially the track that's called that on the album, he used some good samples. And I love the samples because it's just taking an old song that someone has done already and basically, like, bringing new justice to it and putting your own flair. And I especially love when, like, hip-hop or rap artists take, like, an old jazz song or an old... like, any type of song that wasn't necessarily hip-hop and come and flip it and fuse that hip-hop into it. So I feel like he did a good job with that. I think Rick Ross...
What about the content?
The content, I'm not too much of a big Rick Ross fan. I was like, when I was younger, turning up, I think I'm big nature. Yeah, I was definitely, you can find that on all my iPods. But Now, it's just not my thing. So I wouldn't be like, yo, that's my favorite album. But I definitely say that, like, giving it a listen, there was definitely some quality stuff on there. And I would say that he's just, like, working hard. He has been losing tons of weight. Like, I saw a
Yeah.
picture of him and Diddy side by side, and he wasn't even, like, that much bigger than Diddy. And I was like, whoa, who is this guy?
Right.
So definitely shout out to him. And then he has, like, the whole, the Wingstop franchise.
Right.
So I think he's doing his thing. So I'm proud of him for that. So anyone else that loves the music, let me know. Let me know what
Yeah.
tracks I definitely need to be listening
Well,
to.
you know, he talks about, like, everybody's going crazy how he talks about Nicki Minaj and Meek and their relationship. But do you think that artists should be airing, especially if it's his own business, it's like it's other people's business?
You're doing it to stay current. You're doing it to stay current. If that's what everyone's talking about, then why not also talk about it? Because now, since we know, I may be a Remy Ma fan, but I know Rick Ross said something about Remy Ma on this song. Let me go listen to what he said. I think it's all the game.
But I would have been like, if I was Meek, I would have been like, yo, bro, like, why are you telling my business? This was a one-on-one conversation. But he probably just asked for approval first before.
I hope.
Yeah.
I, like, kind of heard that there's kind of legal things if you're going to mention somebody. But I don't know exactly how far it goes out to. Like, if you're going to mention their full name or if you're just going to talk about a situation. If you're just talking about a situation that everyone knows that they're in, you don't even have to ask them permission.
Interesting.
If you're using, like, their full name, and I think if you even mention their name, you don't necessarily have to ask them for permission unless it's, like, some defamation of character. If you're saying, like, some negative things, then negative things that may not be true. If it's true, then you still could get away with it because you're just stating facts.
Right. So what about Future and him, putting out multiple projects at one time?
Future has been, like, the man the last, like, almost 2 years, I would say. And even though I definitely love Future because I love the trap, like, I love, like, soul and R&B, but put on some trap music and you will definitely find me dancing around the place. So I definitely like that. But what I could say is he's literally working hard. And everyone's like, yo, he's putting out so much music. It's not all good quality. Well, one, he's riding the wave. Future does anything, everyone's in love with it. So why not, if they're still listening and tuning in, why not still put out music? But what I love about Future is he's really using this as his job. This show is our job. So we wake up, we do our show every day, boom, boom, boom. His job is to make music. So it's like every day he wakes up and he makes a song. Imagine someone waking up every day, 9 a.m., going to the studio. His job is to make music. So at 9 a.m., he's in the studio making a song. 5 p.m., he's done. If he made a song a day, the same way we regular people work 5 days a week, he would have 5 songs a day, which is why I think he is working to that ethic, which is why he's able to put out so many albums so frequently. He's literally making music. And if we think that the stuff that he's putting out is like, yo, he's putting out too much and he's putting out 10, 12 tracks at a time, which makes like 24 tracks a year, think about how many didn't make the cut. He probably has a whole stash of songs that still didn't even make the cut. So I appreciate him for, one, not even like riding his own wave and like using this and just making it bigger and bigger, because some people, like, they get there and then it's like they fall right back down. He's been able to maintain it for a little while, but I just feel like he's really working hard. So I can't even get mad at someone who's like about their hustle. Like, he's about the hustle, and then it's good stuff too.
Right, absolutely. But these were some, like, current, releases. But we have some, like, new expectations. Like, Ashanti is coming back out. She has this new single, which is not out yet, so I didn't actually get to hear it. But it's called Lose Yourself. I saw a clip of her performing it, and it sounds a little different. Like, it most definitely incorporates trap. But it's like just hearing her, just even that small snippet that I heard, it's like, yo, this is like Ashanti.
I'm so happy for Ashanti to be back, because that's like, Ashanti is like the end of the 1990s to the like 2005. That was like summer. And now, like, every summer you know there's an Ashanti track coming out, and that's like the theme song to your summer. Her, Ja Rule, the whole Murder Inc. They had some popping songs that were coming out. So, and then after that, she kind of like faded away. I know she was doing like a little bit of acting, a little bit of songs here and there. But so I'm excited. I hope that it's like some really good music. Because like she was just a great, a nice artist to have, a nice R&B / like a little hip hop girl. So I'm excited for that.
No, absolutely. I'm excited for that as well because, like you said, it's been a very long time since seeing Ashanti. But there's actually, well, we don't have a release date for that, so we're looking forward for it this year. So we don't know
Sometime
yet.
this year.
So hopefully it comes out soon, at least a single.
Well, she's touring, so that means it should
It should be coming out pretty
on
soon.
Some stuff,
Yeah.
so I'm hoping.
But then we also have Tinashe, who's also supposed to be coming out with, I think it's called Joyful Ride.
That's dope.
Joyride, sorry.
I'm excited for her too. She surprised me. At first, I was like, when she first came out, I was a little like, she wasn't like doing it for me. Like she was cool, she was cute, dancing a little bit, a little pop. But I've grown to like her a lot. Her video, she's getting like growing a little more into herself. I feel and like being like getting into her sexual side and like giving a tease. So I definitely like that. And I think like her music is just the quality is it was never bad, but it's just growing on me more.
Right, because she kind of was like more popish.
Yeah. So I like the ballads and the R&B songs that I've heard from her. So I'm excited for that.
And we have Sean Paul coming back out. I can't wait to like hear. There's no like real like scoop yet of what singles or what direction he's going with. But I know he recently did a song with, oh my gosh, I'm so mad, I can't even remember her name. But he did have a song like last year, 2016, with a clip of someone else. It was like a little pop reggae.
Yeah, he was on like 2 songs.
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
And he was like on some pop tracks, which it was cool to hear him. I'm glad that he's like fusing and branching out into different markets. Make your money, go ahead, do you. So I'm excited. Like, is this what are we gonna see though? Is it gonna be reggae, dancehall? Is it gonna be like something else?
Right.
It's been a while since we had.
It's been a while, and I kind of do miss that throwback Sean Paul. But of course, yeah. But we're in 2017, so he might switch it up a little bit. But honestly, I'm looking forward for all this music that's coming up.
We
for the rest
definitely
of the
need him
year.
to come back and like really set the tone with the dancehall because Drake's been trying to take over and like become a dancehall artist.
Cause
no shade, do your thing, get your money, no shade. But can we get some non-fused dancehall? Like I need some regular official.
Right.
So Sean Paul come back out, put some music out. Drake, yeah, I do like Drake though because I do like the fact that he does a lot of the sampling that I was talking about earlier, and he is trying to fuse, which I love different genres of music, so I appreciate the fusion. What I don't appreciate is we lose the original.
Right.
I want to, like, we could create a new blend and that's something, but I never want to lose the original.
Right.
And I feel like lately we've been having, everyone's been jumping on the blend, hip hop and trap, or trap and gospel, blah, 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 whatever. I love the fusions, but I don't want to lose, like, the core of where this music came from.
No, absolutely. So I'm looking forward for all these music coming out for 2017. And yeah, this is great. I'm ready to turn up for Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. But at least I know how to drink healthy and smart. And I'm looking forward to the new music coming out for the rest of 2017, especially this new Ashanti track.
Definitely. To stay updated with what's happening with our guests, our hosts, and the show, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The L Spot Show. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, The L Spot Show, to see our latest episodes and some unseen footage.
Yep, and we like to say gracias to our production team for doing an amazing job. To our viewers, thank you for watching, and make sure you too network and be recognized. See you next week.
Did you put it in the teleprompter?
That's all right. No, I only take one is in the teleprompter right now because I was like, you got to edit and stuff before I can get rid of that. Everything is going to go by. Check your phone. See, I don't know why. But it's here.
Hey, why am I moving together with it?
We're not, oh, you mean moving forward?
Yeah. Step, we're going to use 2.
We're gonna use 2?
Yeah, just gotta focus, okay?
Alright. Then close the door. We not even good. The lighting is good.
I mean, I can touch it up over here.
All right. Let me dip my car.
5 big clips are coming to it. Make sure.